U.S. Army Major Mark Green. Congressman, now hearing stories from veterans from 78 years ago, like Ken Brown, he was such an amazing man. What goes through your mind?
Well, Laura, thanks for having me on the show. And, you know, what goes through my mind is just how amazing that generation was. You think of the numbers that died at D-Day. In just 2 days, 9,000 Americans died. It's a different scale than anything that I saw. Granted, any soldier that gets shot at in combat, I mean, that's a scary thing, but 9,000 people, Iwo Jima, I mean, there's nothing that today or in any of these wars like that. So we sort of look on those guys with reverence. They're the heroes of heroes, you might say.
Well, Congressman, here's a photo of you in Iraq when you were hunting Saddam. What was happening right at that moment?
Well, we were doing these missions. You know, we would get the intelligence information. He's here, he's there. We would go do a hit in the middle of the night to try to roll him up or capture him. It was unbelievable time, you know, just chasing him all over Iraq. So many times we would just miss him. You know, we'd get there and he'd just be gone. Other times it was bad intel. There'd be other bad actors or other people on the target. But about that photo time, it was midsummer. So we were still a few months away from getting him. But I was there when we captured him and did get to interview him the night we caught him.
Unbelievable. Talk about historic. The lowest number of veterans serving in Congress today. How important is it that we have more vets in Congress?
I think it's really important. One, you know, the importance of Veterans Day itself is about, you know, communicating what the real meaning of sacrifice is to America. I think we need to hear this message. Your clip with the Iwo Jima veteran, very important for Americans to hear those stories. It's also very important to have their assessments when we're making decisions about the National Defense Authorization Act, how we resupply soldiers, how we equip soldiers and prepare them for battle. It's just and there's a global perspective on what's happening in the world that military people bring to the table in Congress. It would be great to have more there.
Now, Congressman, this is how MSNBC's Nicole Wallace decided to honor our vets today. Watch.
Other challenges facing the Pentagon, including this one, how to combat extremism in the military, a growing concern.
Happy Veteran Day to all of your viewers and to the 2.5 million veterans. Extremism exists not just throughout our communities, throughout our country, but in the military.
Congressman, they had the most humiliating withdrawal of Afghanistan, rife with errors. No one's been fired, no accountability there. All these good people dead. And this is what they're focused on, extremism in the ranks.
And climate. You know, the number one priority at the Pentagon is climate change and extremism in the ranks. And look, America's military is a reflection of our society. There are people who get into the military who have views that reflect our society. But the degree to which they're emphasizing this is absurd, and it actually is demoralizing to the troops who raised their right hand and decided to come and defend our country. They're being asked invasive questions that they have no business asking. It's just crazy.
It's despicable. Congressman, it's despicable what they're doing to our troops, and it must stop, or they get less funding. Sorry, it has to stop.
That's right.
Congressman, thank you. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you.
And a matter